Hi, my name is Rob Scrivo. I'm Nicole's husband. She had mentioned some other things that we like to do. Water kefir is one of them. This is one the kids really like. These are, I don't know if you can see them, but these are water kefir grains. I have a whole jar. And when I got these, I only had about, 2 teaspoons, or 2 tablespoons actually. And they actually multiply as you use them. So the water kefir is something that people drink. It's extremely helpful for your immune system and everything else. You can go to our blog and read about that. But the way you make it is you put the grains in here, and they just look like little gelatin things. They're hard to explain, but they're living probiotic organisms. And then you just add water, and typically it's about a cup of grains for a gallon of water. You can see here I've got about 4 cups of grains, so I'm actually going to make 2 gallons, and all it means is that it'll be made much faster. So you only need a cup to make a gallon, but it might take a couple of days. So what I do is I fill this thing up. It's a 2-gallon glass jug. Fill it up to here, and then I just let it sit over there on the counter with the lid on. And after about probably 3 days, you'll see bubbles forming on the top, and that's when you know that the water kefir's done. And at that point, we put it in bottles, just like we do the kombucha, the exact same process if you watched that video earlier. And then we let that sit on the countertop at room temperature for 2 to 3 days until you see bubbles forming in the bottles. And now it's carbonated, so when you drink it, it's going to taste like a soda, basically. The other thing I didn't mention is for each gallon of water and kefir grains, you put in 1 cup of organic, unrefined sugar. And so I'm going to go ahead and fill this all the way up. I'm going to have Nicole stop the video, and then when she comes back, I'll have this full, and we'll put in the sugar and mix it all up, and that'll be good. So we're done now filling this with water. Again, it's filtered water. That's really important. If you don't have access to filtered water, it's important that you boil the water first before using it. Apparently tap water, if it has a lot of metals and chlorine, I guess it's really the chlorine, inhibits the probiotic bacteria from multiplying. Once this has been fermented for a few days and you see the bubbles on top, and then you've taken it and strained out the kefir grains, you put the kefir grains back in a jar with some water. Typically I just put it back in with some of this liquid and throw it in the fridge. And then you take the rest of this and you run it through a filter, and then you put it into bottles to ferment. Now, actually carbonate. At this point, I typically will make ginger ale, or you can buy different types of organic fruit juice like grape juice, and you can add it to this. You can also do half mixes, half of this kefir, water kefir, with half kombucha, and it makes a really good ginger ale.